Good morning and welcome to Marketing Automation 101. This is Frank Coyle, President of Peden. With me today is Rachel Peden, Client Manager here, who will be taking you through this presentation. Just before we get started, I just want to cover a couple of items of webinar logistics. This webinar will be recorded and sent out to you within 48 hours of the webinar taking place. And it is also an interactive webinar, so please feel free to type in your questions in the chat box and we'll get to them as we go through the presentation as well as the end. Peden has been around since 2002. We're up here in the northwest. We've got grey skies again, and yes, it's raining. We focus on paid search, search engine optimization, website design, as well, of course, as marketing automation. Our clients are both in the US and across the globe. And we manage clients in a number of different verticals, both lead generation and in e-commerce. So without further ado, let me pass you over to Rachel. And Rachel, maybe you can start off by just giving a background of your 3 years or so in marketing automation. Take it away.
Absolutely. So as Frank said, my name is Rachel Peden. I'm a client manager here at Peden. A little bit about my background. I have over 5 years experience in paid search, and after working with paid search for a bit of time, I got to know about marketing automation. I've been working with marketing automation for 3 years now. Typically what I've done is consulted with clients on getting the right marketing automation system in place and implementing and executing marketing automation programs for both B2B and B2C companies. The majority of those clients are, using email marketing, social media marketing, and more, and we'll get more into the details of what marketing automation is capable of doing as we move through this presentation. So a little bit about our agenda today. So we're going to start out with an overview of marketing automation, what it is, marketing automation's capabilities, the things that it can do, what it can do for you and help you with in your marketing goals. We're going to talk about the sales funnel and how marketing automation is an integral part of the sales funnel, followed by lead generation, how marketing automation is a pivotal part of your lead generation efforts. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up with some marketing automation benefits, how marketing automation can benefit your business. As Frank mentioned, we are going to be taking questions throughout the presentation as well as responding to some at the end, so please ask any questions that you have in that question box in your GoToWebinar chat box. So to start with our overview on marketing automation, this is a chart that is how we like to describe marketing automation as it fits in with all of your marketing automation efforts or your digital marketing efforts. So we'll go in depth into this chart in more detail as we go through the webinar. However, we'll start just by explaining a little bit about what marketing automation, what the role it plays in lead generation for your company. So on the left side, we have inbound marketing, taking your user to a landing page with a form on it. That user fills out the form, and with the help of a marketing automation platform, you're able to nurture that lead, sync that information with sales, tell sales how interested that lead is in your company, and ultimately close the lead into a customer. So a bit of an overview about what marketing automation is. Marketing automation software is a marketing software that helps align your company's digital marketing efforts with your prospects' website activity. So essentially, you're able to see what a lead is doing on your website, what information they're interested in, what content they're interested in, and how your marketing efforts, all of that inbound marketing that you're doing, is helping that lead get through the sales process. As a marketer, marketing automation will enable you to better track what your marketing activities are doing, how they directly impact sales, and what leads are responding to in terms of your marketing activities. In addition, marketing automation helps your sales team by opening the lines of communication with that lead through targeted email messaging about what that lead is interested in doing. So there are many software vendors out there for marketing automation. Some of the vendors you may have heard of are Marketo, Eloqua, HubSpot is a big player right now, but there are many marketing automation vendors out there on the market right now. One of the great things about having so many vendors is that you're able to find the vendor that works perfectly for you. You're able to find a vendor for a small mom and pop shop. You're able to find a vendor for a global enterprise company who is selling very complex software. So there's really a spot for anyone within this marketing automation landscape today.
So Rachel, in the last few years you've been doing this, you've seen, what types of clients, from how big, how small have been using it, and is there kind of a prerequisite, what's the entry level point for someone using this, and then I'm assuming it obviously scales to, enterprise level?
Exactly. So I've seen companies that are mom and pop shops who have a list of say 100 email addresses using a platform that will cost them around $200 a month, to enterprise companies with multiple lines of business, global locations, multiple languages that all of their marketing efforts are diverted into, spending upwards of $20,000 a month. So there really is a great range, but because there are so many vendors out there right now, it's really easy to target in on the one vendor who is right for you. So next, we are going to go into a little bit about marketing automation software's capabilities. So what marketing automation can help you do as a marketer. So there are 6 key capabilities that we are going to talk about today. And the first one is email, how you're able to send targeted emails to the leads on your list, how you're able to develop those emails without having to have IT involvement. The next is website visitor tracking. See how those leads are behaving on your site, what they're doing, what they're interested in.
That was one of the biggest surprises for me with marketing automation. I mean, initially my thought was it's kind of email management, but then when you can track a visitor's IP address, so basically you're cooking them when they come to the site, and then if they go and fill out a form, that information, where they visit, the page views, etc., they're all recorded not only in the marketing automation platform, but also sent over to the CRM. And then sales are more aware then of just what the prospect is doing.
Exactly. Many people, when they start out talking about marketing automation, the first thing that they see is, okay, marketing automation can send out automated emails. And while that is a major component of what a marketing automation software can do for you, it can do much more than that. And the benefit of marketing automation is that it really ties all of your marketing activities together, as well as helps you tie in what your leads are doing. So this reverse IP lookup that you're able to do with a website visitor is really great. As a marketer, you can see what that lead is interested in and help target your marketing communications accordingly. The next item is lead management. This ties back into email and website visitor tracking, tracking where that lead is in the sales funnel. Next, social media, how you can tie social media into your marketing automation efforts. Social media marketing was a big part of the expansion of marketing automation platforms in 2012, so there's quite a few social media aspects of marketing automation. Additionally, the CRM, your customer relationship management software, tying that in with your marketing activities. And finally, reporting and analytics, so really seeing how you can report on all of your marketing activities holistically rather than in separate campaigns.
So this is really like the hub, Whereas before, you've got email going on over here, you've got social media going over there, and there's no way of kind of pulling this all together. And this now is what you've seen with your clients is it's all in the one spot.
Exactly. So now marketing automation is the hub for that system is the hub for your marketing efforts. You are able to really track all of your marketing activities, your website activities, all in one spot. So that way when you're sending information back over to sales, your sales team really knows what is going on. So next, we'll talk a bit about those capabilities in more detail. So the first one we're going to cover is email, form, and landing page development. So one of the great things about marketing automation is that it enables you as a marketer to quickly develop marketing pages, email landing pages, and forms without having to have IT involvement. Within these platforms, you can upload templates of pre-designed emails and landing pages. You can build your own, and you can deploy them live without having to have that IT involvement. That's typically a really big pain point that we see with marketing executives is how can they get these landing pages and forms up and live without having to take the time to go through the ticketing systems that they have in-house. And so with marketing automation, you're empowered as a marketer to build these emails and landing pages without having to wait in the queue for all of the other aspects of your IT's team to get it to go live.
Yeah, this is a great asset. I've seen this with landing page tools like Liveball we use with some of our clients, and the biggest obstacle I've found over the years in even landing pages is IT. There are just too many priorities. This is a big saver, and you don't really realize how good it is as a marketer until you have it in the power of your hands and can put the pages up on demand when you want it. It's like nirvana.
It totally is. If you think about it, there are many companies who started to use content management systems maybe years ago, and those content management systems were homegrown and developed, and the only person who could really make those edits were the IT team or a technical developer. And now, while people are moving to more user-friendly content management systems, marketing automation is also enabling you to develop these emails and landing pages and forms to make it even easier to have those pages going live without IT involvement. So the next aspect that we'd like to talk about today is website visitor tracking. So while it may seem scary at first, website visitor tracking is really a great tool that enables you as a marketer to see who is visiting your website and communicate that over to sales. The way that this works is that there is a reverse IP lookup done on the visitor who comes to your site, and if they click through an email or fill out a form, then you are able to tie their behavior on your website with their profile in your CRM. Website visitor tracking really helps your sales team know who's visiting the site and what it is that they're interested in. So that way when they make their first point of contact, they know what information this person is looking for.
So Rachel, when somebody, let's say before somebody fills out a form, we've got people who would like to go in there and do some research. And without that form, we don't know, of course, who they are. We can't tie them to, we can't tie them exactly down to a lead. But what is that information? How is that information used before they fill out a form?
So the way that information is used before that they fill out that form, your sales team can see what types of things that this lead is interested in. So, many times with the reverse IP lookup, you are able to see the company that a user is coming from. With that, your sales team is able to reach out to particular leads of that company. In addition, it helps you as a marketer to see what content your leads are finding valuable. If your leads are always, going in watching videos, you can learn from that really creating more video content is something that should be a priority on your marketing list.
Is that functionality something you find in every tool? Is that just like a de facto standard feature?
It is. It is a standard feature. So website visitor tracking is a standard feature in marketing automation platforms, and it's really a huge asset to having a marketing automation system in place. The next piece, lead management. Lead management allows you to effectively score your leads and help communicate to sales what those where a prospect is in the sales cycle and where they fit into your key customer. So, for example, if a lead comes to your website and fills out a form, but also spends, say, 20 minutes on your website, that person is very interested in what you offer. So you can tell your sales team right away, this person is worth contacting today, right away. However, if you have someone who's coming to your website maybe once every 2 months, you can have your sales team follow up with them, just not on as urgent a basis. Moving on to some additional capabilities, social media. Like I mentioned before, in 2012, many of these marketing automation platforms really started to integrate social media into their capabilities of their platform to help you integrate all the aspects of your digital presence into one platform. The capabilities of social media depend on the platform that you choose. At a minimum, you're able to use to help promote your content with social media, allow people to share content, share emails, share information. However, some will enable you to send out your tweets, your Facebook posts through their platform. So that way you're able to track what the response is to that particular post. So really, again, that idea of bringing all of your digital presence into one hub, into this marketing automation solution is what is such a valuable piece of marketing automation. The next item, CRM. Many of you may have heard of Salesforce.com, Sugar CRM, Microsoft Dynamics. All of these are customer relationship management softwares that will hook in seamlessly to your marketing automation platform. And what you're able to do with a CRM is to connect and have a two-way connection between your marketing automation platform and your customer relationship management software. So essentially, everything that you as marketers are doing, you're able to transfer that information and that information regarding the leads that you capture over to your sales team, and that's a seamless process. Again, this is another pain point that we see with some marketers where they are able to get leads, however, those leads aren't efficiently passed over to the sales team. So this is all real time. This is all transferring real time to your sales team, so that way your sales team knows right away the results of the marketing efforts that you are executing. And the final piece is reporting. Having marketing automation as a central hub of your marketing efforts, reporting is a key piece of that. And you're able to report on how effective your marketing efforts are, how effective your landing pages are doing, how effective your emails are, and pass that along and learn from that so that way you can continue to optimize your digital marketing efforts. Now for me, I'm a really graphical person. I really like to show things in picture form, so I wanted to show you this as another way to talk about those capabilities that marketing automation has and what it really does. So starting in the top with that red gear, marketing automation helps align sales and marketing. With that seamless connection between your marketing automation platform and your CRM, you're able to align sales and marketing in terms of sales knows what marketing is doing, and marketing knows that sales is following up on the leads that they're generating. Moving to the right, marketing automation allows response capture and lead nurture. So that what this means is that through forms on your site, you're able to respond to users right away. If they fill out a form and are requesting a download, that's automatically sent to them. And once you have this lead in your database, you can continue to nurture them throughout the sales cycle to make sure that that lead ends up becoming a customer. Marketing automation, moving to the next item, also increases customer satisfaction and brand perception. This is a huge piece of how marketing automation will work in a B2C environment. With consumer relationships, they're really built on customer satisfaction and the relationship that they have with your company. So marketing automation and the way that you're able to reach out to your customers, to communicate to them via email, via social media, really helps improve their overall satisfaction and the way that they perceive your brand. Next, it helps improve productivity. Again, this is a huge piece of marketing automation and why it is such a value for you as a marketer. Marketing automation helps you improve your productivity. You're able to build emails and landing pages quickly and efficiently without having the downtime or the lag time of your IT and development team. You're able to automate emails that are going out to your leads. You don't have to sit and hit send on every email that you want to send out from your marketing department. And you can really save a lot of time, a lot of your valuable time by using a marketing automation system. And the final gear, the orange one at the top, marketing automation provides real-time feedback. So the moment that you send out an email, you can go and start to look in the reports and see who it is that's opening that email, how they're responding to it. Are they clicking through? Are they signing up for an event? Are they signing up for to receive more content from you? You can see that real time, and that is real time communicated over to your sales team as well. So a little bit more about these capabilities and the benefits that you can gain from your marketing automation platform is you really can start to see how your prospect behavior is impacting your bottom line. So how a prospect came to your website. You may find that many prospects are coming to your website via paid search, and you want to see how you can continue to optimize that channel. You can see every visit that this prospect makes to your site and what they're doing while they're there. Again, giving you the opportunity to optimize your marketing efforts. And you can also see and tell your sales team that about the pages, the documents, the resources, the content that a prospect was interested in reading. So that way when your sales team goes back out to your prospects, they know what information they've already seen and can follow up with them with valuable content. For you as marketers, marketing automation can deliver targeted email messages that are relevant to your prospects. This is really a key part of automated marketing and why it can be helpful to you. Sending out targeted email messages to a database of 1,000, let alone 20,000, is nearly impossible. It's really important to help gain a prospect's trust by leveraging targeted email messages, and through segmentation as well as email marketing, you're able to deliver these targeted messages. And the final point here is that you're able to score these leads to help aid the sales team in their qualification of the leads that come across their desk. When you have a well-built marketing automation system, it enables your sales team to focus on the most qualified prospects and leads that come across their desks. So they're able to see where these leads are in all stages of the buying process. Are they just researching? Are they evaluating different companies, or are they ready to have sales contact? So it really helps you communicate the right message to them depending on where they are in the sales process. It also enables you as a marketer to design these targeted communications that are based on it can be based on where they are in the sales cycle. You may have different content that you send to someone who is interested in or is educating themselves on your product rather than someone who is evaluating multiple products. And you can send them information based on what they are most interested in. So my best example of marketing automation, bringing it back to real life, sometimes helps a bit, is talking about how marketing automation relates to your life. So we're going to talk about your relationship with a real estate agent in terms of purchasing a home and how this relates back to automated marketing. So if you were to go out and reach out to a real estate agent and say, I'd like to meet with you, we'd like to chat with you about a purchase that we'd like to make, we'd like to purchase a home. If you were to go and meet that real estate agent and they came to you with properties around the country of all different sizes and price points, you're likely going to be confused or frustrated, and you don't really feel like that real estate agent is communicating with you and trying to figure out what it is that you're interested in. On the other hand, if you have a great real estate agent, you're able to communicate with them about what your needs are, where you'd like to be living, what size house you're looking for, and that real estate agent will start to send you properties that fit with your criteria and ultimately build that trust with you as a customer. It's the same idea with marketing automation. If you were to send your prospects all information, they are going to get lost in that clutter. So if you're sending them targeted information based on their needs, you're really going to build their trust and ultimately drive additional sales for your team. So next, we're going to talk about marketing automation and its impact on the sales funnel. So we're back to this main graphic again, and we're talking about how marketing automation is the centerpiece of your sales funnel. You have the inbound leads coming in. Marketing automation is helping drive those leads into your CRM, ultimately to close them and build your customer base.
Just one question on that, Rachel. So we've got AdWords stuff coming in, leads coming in from Google, Bing, display, remarketing. This could as well be, you've got etc. there, but talk about that etc. That could be email. What other kind of thing could it be? Would that also be social media leads as well?
Absolutely. So this could be social media leads. This could be response to direct mail. This could be, email marketing efforts. Anything that is driving leads to your website is what we consider an inbound marketing activity. So to chat about that inbound marketing a little bit more, at the top of the sales funnel, we have lead generation, your inbound marketing, that paid search, your other marketing efforts, your email, etc. And in the middle here, we have this hole between your inbound marketing and your sales contact. So when you are looking to see what you can do in the middle, many of our clients say, we're driving all these great leads, but we don't know what to do with them in the middle. And that is where a marketing automation software comes in. This is where you're able to nurture your prospects until they're actually ready to speak with sales. You're through drip programs, drip email, lead nurture programs, you're really able to generate those leads and get them over to your sales team when they're ready. Not before they're ready, but when they're actually ready. And to chat a little bit about the sales funnel in a different way, you have your leads coming in, and with marketing automation in the center of the funnel, you're able to increase the lifetime value of those leads. With marketing automation, you're building that rapport, you're building that trust, like that good real estate agent, and ultimately that can increase the lifetime value of your customer. They trust you once and they're willing to come back again. Additionally, because so much time is saved, resources are not dragged into the whole marketing automation process, you're also able to keep costs down and ultimately reduce the cost that it takes to generate each customer. Now again, this comes back to our example of purchasing a home. With a great real estate agent, you're able to trust them and you're building that rapport through the relationship of purchasing a home. When you have a great real estate agent and you're looking to move on at a different point in your life to a different home, if you've had a great relationship with them in the past, there's a really great chance that they'll come back and that they'll come back again. So by building that rapport with the prospect early on in the process, you're able to gain a customer for life. So now we'll go into a little bit about lead generation and marketing automation's impact on lead generation. The biggest piece of lead generation with marketing automation is lead scoring. So there's two components to lead scoring. Behavioral scoring is based on that reverse IP lookup that we've talked about, telling you the pages that a user's visited, the content that they've read, the emails that they've opened, any behavior that they've had on your website. Then demographic, or some people call it firmographic scoring, is based on the traits that make up your company's ideal customer. So I have two examples here. So for a B2B company, one of these examples is, your key customer, your ideal customer is, say, a vice president of sales in the United States or Canada. You can give those leads an additional score just because they fit into your profile. For a B2C example, maybe you're selling, movies, and your key target audience that you've determined is males 35 and older and anywhere in the globe. You're able to give those prospects a different score just because, again, they fit into your target demographic. With lead generation, there's also two different kinds of campaigns that you can run. The first is called a drip campaign. A drip campaign is an automated program that's pre-set up for your leads to run through. There's many different examples of a drip campaign. One that many people can relate to is a monthly newsletter. It helps you keep in touch with those customers to build that rapport until they're ready to be truly nurtured. And that's where these lead nurture campaigns come into play. So a lead nurture campaign helps you serve the right content to the right people at the right time. And that's really where the sweet spot of marketing automation is targeted communications to your prospects. So, for example, your company may target companies in 3 different industries: healthcare, technology, and financial industries. You can send different content to each of those prospects because they are in different industries. They'll have different interests and really hit the sweet spot in what they're looking for. So ultimately, you can drive those great leads to your sales team. So to give you some examples of some drip and nurture campaigns for a B2B audience, we've started out with some lead generation, some inbound marketing examples we've talked about: PPC, SEO, email marketing, Pearl campaigns, direct mail are all popular forms of inbound marketing. And when you get to that center stage of the funnel, in a B2B audience, there's many different types of content that they would be interested in before they're sales ready. So, for example, white papers, case studies, demos, customer testimonials, articles about what's going on in their industry. All of these things are ways that content that you can leverage to help nurture leads before they become sales ready. Now, for the most part, for a B2C audience, the inbound marketing activities are fairly similar: paid search, display, email marketing, demographic targeting. However, the nurture pieces are a little bit different for this audience. In terms of a B2C audience, you're more likely to see nurture in pearls, in contests, emails, and social media, potentially coupons for holidays or birthdays, or surveys to help them feel like they're a part of your community. And ultimately, with these types of nurture programs, you're able to get your customer ready to make a purchase from your company. So through all of that center of the funnel activity and drip and nurture, with lead scoring, you're able to, get a lead really interested in what it is that you're doing, and once they reach a certain benchmark in a lead score, that prospect is sent over to your sales team. And here's another graphic showing, how this whole drip marketing, segmentation, lead scoring, lead nurture all works. On the left side, you start out and these leads aren't quite ready to go over to sales, but as you drip that content over to them, you send them emails, you get them involved with your social media, ultimately they will gain a lead score that qualifies them to be sent over to sales. And now let's talk about some of the key benefits of marketing automation. And this is really where the value comes in with marketing automation. So for a B2C environment, we have some statistics here that we'd like to share. Consumers who are targeted with personalized messaging based on behavior are 400% more likely to become a customer. That is a huge impact on consumers who are targeted by personalized messaging. And for a B2C environment, 400% more likely is a huge gain potential for your company. So really having marketing automation and targeting people with these personalized messages is incredibly valuable for your company. The next item, companies who use marketing automation to nurture report that customers spend 47% more on purchases. Depending on the price point of your products, you can see that 47% more on their purchases can be a huge difference in your bottom line. So it shows again the value of that ongoing nurture, keeping those customers happy and keeping a customer for life ultimately helps you gain more revenue and adding that into your bottom line. And the final item on this list, companies using marketing and sales automation report a 56% increase in leads and sales on their web properties. So this is, again, for that B2C company who's, trying to generate as many leads as possible at a lower cost, using an automated program to help nurture those leads and increase sales, you can get a 56% increase using a marketing automation tool. From a B2B perspective, some of these statistics for B2B are really striking. So the first one, companies that excel at lead nurturing generate 50% more sales-ready leads at a 33% lower cost. This is huge. Typically with a B2B audience, the sales cycle is incredibly long, and so to generate 50% more sales-ready leads at 33% lower cost, you are able to really drive in some great leads, and again, it's all about the bottom line. It's all about how much money you're bringing in the door, and to bring in more sales at a lower cost is the key for any company. The next item, nurtured leads make 47% larger purchases than non-nurtured leads. This statistic is very similar to the one we just spoke about for the B2C audience. If you have a nurtured lead who is making a B2B purchase, they make 47% larger purchases, meaning that they are going to be investing more into your product or your solution just because you've nurtured them throughout the sales cycle. And the final statistic that really shows why it's important to score your leads, why it's important to nurture them and get them sales ready. 61% of B2B marketers send all leads directly to sales. However, only 27% of those leads may actually be qualified to go over to your sales team. So again, very, very important to nurture these leads, to get those leads interested in your product, in your company, so that way you're sending the most qualified over to your sales team.
Yeah, that's a pretty exciting stat, because chances are, your competitors aren't doing it or even looking at this just now, and so you get a great chance of getting more revenue, getting a big market share because of that.
All right. So let me see, going on to the next item, we have any questions. So if any of you have questions, go ahead and send them over to me right now.
Actually, I've got a couple here, Rachel. You've been doing this for 3 years. Let's talk about some of the challenges that companies face in implementing marketing automation. What have you seen have been the challenges? How have they overcome them?
Some of the biggest challenges with marketing automation and getting it implemented in a company starts off with, showing the value to the key decision makers, and that's why we really drove home some of those statistics. Those stats on how important it is to have this lead nurture with your company, and how much value it adds to the bottom line. So that first part is how important it is, shows how important it is to really have marketing automation in place. The other challenge really is for some companies, you do need content, especially in a B2B space. You do need content to help ensure that you're generating leads, you're providing them with content that you're interested in. And sometimes that content development can be a challenge, but when you really look into some of what you've done in the past, you'll find that there is a lot of content that is out there that you can leverage for your marketing automation.
And then what kind of results did your clients see as a result of using marketing automation? I mean, at the end of it, were they all rabid marketing automation fans? So where are they at after implementing it, say, after a year or two?
So typically, with the customers that I've done this with, after 6 months, they're already seeing great results from their marketing automation. They are already seeing an increase of leads. Their sales team is excited because they know more about those leads when they're giving them a call. And after a year, they are actually seeing how the marketing automation efforts that they've gone through are really, making a difference to your bottom line.
And what about the ones who, I'm sure there were some who struggled, who it just didn't, for some reason or another, work for? I mean, what would you pinpoint as the reason for maybe some not being as successful as others?
Some people who may not be as successful with marketing automation, it may have somewhat to do with their customer base. So it may be that their customers are not opening emails. I had a client come to me once, and they specialized in promoting retirement communities, and their audience just was not on email as much as some others. So it does have to do with your clients and or your key audience and what their behavior is. The other challenge that I've seen is there's not a lot of, the sales team doesn't adopt it because you don't have a CRM in place. So one of the great things about many of these marketing automation platforms is that they have the ability to double as a CRM if you don't already have a sales force in place to help make sure that your sales team is seeing the value in marketing automation.
So let me throw, got some questions coming in. Let's see, if you are the enterprise level, let's go small business, medium business, and then large/enterprise. What are the couple of solutions you would recommend at each level? Let's start with your small business. What solution would you recommend?
In terms of platform?
Yeah.
So for a smaller business, there's many out there, and for smaller businesses and some lower cost options, they're very niche. So it really depends on your business and what it is that you're trying to do. Some specialize in e-commerce, some specialize more in email or social. So for some small business, there's one called Genu, great for small business, great reputation for email marketing, depending on your budgets. For a small and medium-sized business, Acton is fantastic, HubSpot's doing a great job right now in building out their platform. And for some medium businesses, even Marketo has some solutions that would support a medium-sized business. For the enterprise level, Eloqua, Marketo, Pardot, those are, three of the largest players for the enterprise level. And the great thing about those solutions for an enterprise audience and for an enterprise company is that you're really able to segment your communications based on region. And that's what is so key to those enterprise companies. So those are some great solutions for them.
Okay, and then final question here. Let's suppose I come off this webinar today, and I want to go and get a marketing automation solution tomorrow. Realistically, how long before it's up, it's running, and it's automating things for me?
That's a great question. So it really depends on how long your sales cycle is, but also how available you are to get things up and running. So for the typical user, we use Marketo here. We were able to get everything up and running within a week of getting all of the contracts, completed and getting it set up. So that's been a great experience. Marketo makes it very easy to get initially set up. And for some larger enterprise companies, that setup period with different platforms can take a month, can take up to 6 months, but for the majority of platforms, for the majority of companies, you're really able to be up and running within a week and continue to build out those marketing automation campaigns over the course of the next couple of months, typically 3 to 6 months.
Okay, great. Well, hey, Rachel, fantastic webinar this morning. Thanks very much. Everyone who's listened in, really appreciate you doing that, and we will be sending out an email with 24 hours with the link where you can download it. And Rachel, I'm assuming you've either just bought a house or you're in the process of looking for a realtor, right?
Yes, just finished that process. So
just finished it. All right, so you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, awesome. Hey, thanks very much, everybody, and we will be back in about 4 weeks with a webinar on the big changes that have been happening in SEO. So stay tuned and we'll get you an invite out for that shortly. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.